Through These Doors is sponsored by Shields.
You've waited all winter for this. We can't wait either.
Even from Gino on down, or on and up, however you want to put it, I've always been treated as part of, they call it the family sometimes, I've been treated as part of it. And it makes you feel good that people that you respect to the highest hill, if you will, that they respect and treat you the way they do. It's really kind of cool. And so you have to, it's humbling as well to even think that somebody would want you around, want you around, not just, well, he's got to be around. They actually want you around. And it's kind of cool. It's hard to explain, I guess, more than anything, but it's been a better part of my life, that's for sure. There's a few things, and it goes with the family type of thing that had nothing to do with hockey. There was on two occasions, I needed help. Don't need to go into what it was, but Dave Hackstall was right there to help me out. I mean, he didn't have to, but he just saw the need and said, I'm going to do it. And then on another occasion, Brad Berry did the same thing, and I'll never forget the kindness and generosity and all this that they showed me as somebody that they didn't have to. After all, I'm just a radio guy doing the games, but the friendships you have to cherish because of things like that.
Near side Pullman dangles a bit on the back.
North Dakota returned to the Ralph last weekend to face number 3 ranked Minnesota Duluth. For the second time in 3 games, Mark Senden struck less than 1 minute into the game.
But Shepard is there to make a big save on Senden in the early going. Senden shoots and scores from the corner on the goal line. Mark Senden in the opening minute again gives UND a 1-0 lead. Gardner going to try to kill some time along the boards. Breaks free from a check center. Not in front. They score! Gardner did the work. Shaw finished it off. And it's a 2-1 North Dakota lead with a shorthanded goal in the first period.
An empty netter from Cole Smith in the third period clinched the win for the Fighting Hawks.
North Dakota will come up with a big win here tonight over Minnesota Duluth as they score early and 3 in the first with an empty netter and take a 4-1 win.
Saturday was the night of the power play as both Minnesota Duluth and North Dakota capitalized in the first period on the man advantage.
Near side Pullman dangles a bit on the backhand. He scores! Whoa, my! Colton Pullman tried to give a little toe drag and then spun out of that to the backhand and tucked it by Shepard, and it's 1-1 as Pullman gets his 5th goal of the season.
The Bulldogs added another power play goal in the second, forcing UND to play catch-up, before ultimately falling 3-2 in a series split. In hockey, it's difficult to predict how your season will go.
I mean, obviously our first goal is, getting home ice for the NCAC and whatnot. So, that's still, we gotta finish strong here. Have our last 4 games, really have a strong push here at the end of the year, and then obviously, making the tournament is also another big goal of ours. And again, just these last 4 games, and then obviously, playoffs, we have a strong push here at the end of the year, and we just gotta keep building every single game and keep taking a step forward, no steps back.
In the final weeks of the season, expectations of this group are high.
We go into, at least the 2 seasons I've been here at the beginning with, a couple goals. Obviously, the first one's getting home ice for the NCHC playoffs. Making the Frozen face-off, and then finding a way into the NCAA tournament. And that first one, it's kind of the one we're worried about first, as it comes first on the schedule, and it's kind of a race to get there. And but we got to take care of our business these next 2 weekends and get all the points we can.
This year's team has seen its share of ups and downs, both as a group and across the team individually.
Obviously, we got 2 more series left, but I think with the way the season's gone, looking back at it, we can't really look too much back that way. We just have to focus on the next game at hand, and it's just one game at a time from here on out. You can't look past and you can't look back. So it's just taking what we have at the moment and just playing.
Obviously the season didn't go, especially the first half, the way I wanted to, and then coming back the second half, got hurt right away. So, it's less than ideal, but there's a great opportunity these next couple of weeks here to, get the team, help the team get to where it needs to be in these next couple of weeks.
Playing on an Olympic-sized sheet for the first time this season at Colorado College this weekend will provide a new experience for the team.
Well, it's nice being able to, go up on the Olympic ice and have that ice sheet available for us, so that you kind of get used to the size of the rink and stuff. And just, you got to keep the game the same. There's a little extra ice out there, which will, possession time in the zone and stuff like that. It'll change up, but you just got to try and stick to the game. I think we've had really strong games here the last few weeks, so we just got to keep building off that.
Yeah, we obviously we're on the Olympic this week, going to CC, and we take our practice upstairs. That's one thing that's nice about being here, is we can just go upstairs and practice on the Olympic-sized ice. There's a lot more ice out there, and so it's just that practice time is just getting used to having more time and space out there, and trying to be a little more creative and being used to that.
It's a little different. I think it's more so for the players. Just with that extra ice, but there's kind of a common misconception that the angles are all different. That's not true. The only difference is from the hash marks on the outside of the face-off dot to the boards is the only difference. Everything inside of that's the same, so it really doesn't make too much of a difference. I think there's just kind of a misconception that it does.
With playoffs quickly approaching, North Dakota has few opportunities left before the clock strikes midnight.
It's going to be a little tougher for them, having 3 games in 1 week, but they'll be prepared, they'll be ready, and it's something that we can't look into too much, and we just got to show up on Friday and Saturday and play our game.
And obviously, they're going to come with a push. They're right below us in NCAC, I know, and they're coming for us, and so they're going to have a good push here, and it's going to be a battle this weekend for sure, so it'll be a good weekend.
well, they're a good team. You know, they gave us 2 really good games when they came in here a couple weeks back. So, you know, we expect 2 hard games, and, you know, we got to go in there and impose our will on them and get the job done.